From addict to abundance, part 3. My name is Chris Stafford, and one of the things that I love talking about is my journey through in my other videos, I talk about how I was addicted to drugs and alcohol, how I cleaned my act up and became a CPA, and then did that, and I realized I hated that. And in my second video, I talked about how I went into real estate and how I was transformed by my partner's brain cancer, and how that really made me be so grateful and want to be of service. And that's when I went into becoming a real estate coach. I mentioned after I wrote my book, Massive Abundance, How to Create Passion, Purpose, and Prosperity in Your Lives. It was really important for me to really give back. I realized from that experience of being in a hospital for a whole year, and just all the bad habits that I took upon myself, and the fact that I was just working like crazy and I wasn't really treating myself well. I came to the conclusion that I had to make myself strong first. I had to address my mind and my body so that I could be super strong to help my real estate clients in the Listing Collective, which I founded about 10 years ago or so. And that's really been the impetus for me wanting to be a real estate coach. One of the funniest things, let me take that back. One of the most fun things, I should say, that we've done in the last 5 years is I realized that I wanted to live in another country. And that was really sort of eye-opening for me, because I realized, at my age, hey, listen, I've got 30 years left. I want to do something different. I want to learn a new culture. I want to learn a new language. I want to really expose myself and immerse myself into another country. And so we literally took 5 years and traveled around so many different countries. And it's really amazing. Hit me up if you ever want to talk about that, because frequently a country can look really good on paper, but you need boots on the ground. You actually need to go to the country and visit the country to check out the cuisine and the people and really understand the taxes and insurance, which were really important to me. And so we did that, and we eventually landed on Panama. I love Panama because it is only 7 hours nonstop to San Francisco. The day I'm recording this, as a matter of fact, I'm going back to San Francisco to meet with my team tomorrow. I go back frequently, obviously. But I realized that in my real estate business, I'm sort of like the rainmaker, the person that actually does a lot of the marketing, listing presentations, finding new clients, reaching out to my sphere of influence, reaching out to my probates, my expireds. I realized that because a lot of people are saying, well, how can you do all that from Panama? It's really easy because of the pandemic. Obviously a lot of people are now more used to remote location work. And so I can easily do a listing presentation on Zoom. I can easily do my marketing from here. And so 90% of what I was doing in San Francisco, I can do here from Panama. And one of the things that also I can do from anywhere in the world is to work with my real estate coaching clients. Because again, that's all over Zoom, it's over telephone. I have an online course called the the Listing Collective. And people go through the course while they're being coached by me one-on-one. So we have phone calls with each other, and so I can do all that from Panama. It's the best decision I've ever made. My Spanish, not so great, but it is improving. But I love being in Panama, and I love working. I still love my real estate business in San Francisco. All my friends say, why don't you quit the business? You don't need the money anymore. You don't need to do that. And for me personally, it's not about the money, but it's just, after I went as a CPA, I went into real estate. I really, truly loved real estate. I still love it to this day. It's something that, I just closed a big deal 2 weeks ago. I'm closing another one on Monday when I'm back in San Francisco. I love those closings. I love to see my clients' faces when they know they've sold their house and they've gotten the price that they want and they've got an incredible service from us and give us the referrals that they're going to give us. I mean, the whole business, the finding the listings, the getting the listings, servicing the listings, selling the listing, the whole escrow process, all of that. is something that I just love. It is something that brings me so much joy, and it just is, it's indescribable. But the other thing, that part and parcel of that too, is it's the same thing with real estate coaching. I love finding real estate coaches, excuse me, I love finding listing agents that need a coach. I love, especially when listing agents are really determined, and that's really what I'm looking for in the Listing Collective. I'm looking for agents that are really serious. I've worked with so many real estate agents that didn't have the motivation, they didn't have the drive, and that's really what I'm looking for. Is I'm looking for people that want to make a significant change in their life. They want to really change and ramp up their listing business, become more of a listing agent. They really have the energy and the motivation and the drive to try new and different things and really be committed to find listings in the Listing Collective, to find listings without spending money to get those. We don't believe in real estate leads, paying for those real estate leads. We believe in really running a tight ship and working with and finding places in our marketplace to get listings consistently, filling up our listing pipeline, and doing that with my help. And the best part about the whole thing is that I would say 80% of my coaching clients in the Listing Collective, we actually become great friends and continue talking even after they complete the program. And the other thing too that I feel so confident about my program, the Listing Collective, and the use of my micro momentum marketing strategy is that I offer a guarantee of sorts, because it's usually a 9-month program, but it is something that if you don't hit your KPIs and you don't hit your goals, I'm going to keep working with you until you do. So I love that. That's how strongly I feel about the Listing Collective. If you want more information about it, definitely hit the link down below. But I hope that you enjoyed this 3-part series. If you haven't watched the other 2 parts, definitely check those out. And any questions that you have, if you want my book, put book in the comments down below. Any questions you have, let me know in the comments. But hit that link and let's book a call and jump on the phone and see how we can 2, 5, or 10x your listing business.